girls, and welcome to week 8 of reading. I miss you all a lot. This week we are going to be thinking about, as we're reading a text or an article or a story, what is the story about? What am I reading? What is it about? And we're going to also think about, I wonder what. What's something that you wonder? I know when I'm reading a story, there's always something as I'm reading that I'm wondering and I want to know more about. How the story makes me feel. Does the story make me happy? Does it make me sad? And then what's something you want to know more about after reading? So I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to pull up an anchor chart that is inside of your packet as well. This anchor chart is set up the same way as your worksheet is set up that we are going to complete today together, and then you're going to do one on your own. It kind of breaks it down a little bit more than what I just explained. So we have what's the story about, and then what did you notice? What's something that you're wondering? So as you were reading and you're wondering, what's something that surprised you? What did you wonder? Okay, and then maybe there's something in the story that changed your thinking. Maybe you first thought this way and then you changed your mind because something happened. Okay, and then your heart. How does this make you feel? Are you sad? Are you happy? Did it help you? Did it make you feel better? Maybe you felt really sad about a certain topic that you're reading about, and then you noticed, oh, well, now I'm happy that this happened. I'm not sad anymore. Okay. And then after you read, now what? What's something that you might want to discover more about the topic? There's always something when I'm reading, I know, oh, this was awesome. I want to know more. Okay. So today, I am going to read the article, I Got the Best Surprise to You. And then if you notice here, just like our anchor chart, we're going to kind of fill out this together after we're done reading. Okay, and then you're going to get one that's just like this to do for your assignment. Okay? So follow along, please. All right. I got the best surprise. One September day, I was at home with my mom. I was playing on my tablet while my mom made lunch. Suddenly, a fire started by the stove. It was super scary. My mom called 911 and sent me to my aunt's house across the road. The firefighters did their best, but the fire destroyed our home and everything in it. Our furniture and clothes were gone. Even my glasses and my toys were burnt up. I was glad we were safe, but I was sad that we had lost all of our stuff. We moved in with my relatives. A few days later, I went back to school. I was in for a big surprise. My third grade class at Philadelphia Elementary had collected a whole pile of toys and other things for me. There were board games, a football, gift cards, a lot and a lot more. And they made me a big card to cheer me up. You notice down here, it's here's the board games, the football, and a lot more. And if you look right here where my mouse is, there's the card. It does look pretty big. Look at it. It's almost as big as that Yahtzee board game. When I saw what my friends did for me, it felt like my brain filled with fireworks. I felt so happy. We gave each other a big group hug. I really love my school and all my classmates. So Daniel, he's 9. He lost his Tennessee home in a fire. Okay. Now in the story, right, he's describing to us ways his classmates reached out to help to him. Okay, so if we look over here, it says the title, which is I Got the Best Surprise. We don't know the author, that's okay. The story is about. So I need to figure out what is the story about. So I just read it. So the story is about how Daniel lost his stuff right in the fire. So, oops. How Daniel, oh, that's way too big. Let me on a little smaller. How Daniel lost his house and his stuff, right, in the fire. And it's also about, right, his classmates. Surprised. Notice how I just make it short and simple, right? I just have 2 sentences and it just says how Daniel lost his house and his stuff in the fire, and his classmates surprised him with gifts. And I do have complete sentences. I want you to have complete sentences as well. So we kind of thought about those key ideas, right, of the text, and that's how we figured out what the story is about, okay? Now, as I was reading, I don't know about you, but this next part is something that I'm thinking based on what I just read. So as I was reading and I stopped now and think, I really just wonder how his classmates knew about the fire, because in this story here, it never told us how his classmates did. It just says he went back to school and they surprised him. So how did Daniel's classmates find out? Okay. Okay, and then something else that I would like to know too, because I wonder just more than one thing. I see here that it says here we moved in with my relatives, see how it says, and then it says a few days later I went back to school. I was in for a big surprise. My third grade class at Philadelphia Elementary had collected a whole pile of toys. I want to know, how many days did it even take the class to get all these toys? Look at all those toys. That's a lot of money and I feel like this teacher would have had to reach out to the parents. They would have had to go to the store, bring it in. It's a lot. So I really just want to know, how long did it take? How long did it take to collect the items for Daniel? Alrighty. So I just have two I wonders. Notice I do have complete sentences again. All right, now I'm going to move on to the next one. How does the story make you feel? So when we read, we want to be changed in some way, right? Or reminded of something that we can apply to our own lives, okay? So after reading this story, it makes me feel happy because it shows that there are classmates out there in schools that are helping others, right, that are in need. So I'm going to write, it makes me feel happy. His classmates care about him. Okay. And then I'm going to kind of apply that into my own life, and it gives me kind of, hope and happiness for anybody, right? Anybody could have a fire and have this happen to them. So it's great. The next part, what do I want to know more about? What do I want to know more about? So this is a nonfiction text, right? It did happen. So do you want to know more about the topic or the person, or is there another article that is similar you want to read? What's something that you might want to know more about? And after seeing how his classmates and his school kind of surprised him and helped him out, because I know losing everything, imagine losing everything in a fire. All your toys, all your clothes, everything. That has to be very heartbreaking and sad, right? It would be very sad for me as well. So I think it would be interesting to kind of read more about helping others at our school, right? Or maybe some charities that are out there. So, helping others at our school with different types of charities. All right. Charities are things that people get for free and help each other out, right? Or they can donate things, okay? All right, like donate toys, food, gifts, all different kinds of things. All right, so we just did this paper here. We figured out what the story is about, what's something you wondered, how did you feel, and what do you want to know more about? So, all right, boys and girls, so your assignment for this week is to read page 13, and it is called I'm a Kid Inventor. It is this story right here. It is a nonfiction story, just like the one we did together. That was nonfiction as well. And then that is also located, if you're not sure, go to your week 8 packets. It is page 13 right here. And then the worksheet that you're going to turn in is on page 37 this week. It's a little bit farther than the article, but that's okay. Just scroll on to page 37. Right here it is, okay? So it looks like this. If you can't print this out, that's okay. Just kind of show the symbols, right? You can draw a little book a little I wonder, the bubble, a heart, and then maybe just a now what, the little list, okay? That's okay if you don't have this sheet right here. When you're finished, have your parents take a picture, have them send it to me. Remember to use complete sentences, and if you need any help, just have them call or text me. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.